thank you very much for tuning in to the 2021 Arthur W. Page Center Awards. We're coming to you live from the University Park campus of Penn State University. I'm Bill Nielsen, and it's my great privilege to serve as chairman of the advisory board of the Arthur W. Page Center for Integrity in Public Communication. Together with Marie Harden, Dean of the Belisario College of Communications here at Penn State, whom you will meet in a moment, we are delighted to welcome you to our 5th annual event. We are sincerely grateful for your interest and your continued support, and for all of you who are visiting us for the first time, thank you for joining us. We have a great program with a lot of information about the center and, of course, our honorees. We believe this will be an important and meaningful evening as we recognize four outstanding individuals and add them to our unique honor roll of leaders who have received the Larry Foster Award for Integrity and Public Communication. Information about our 12 previous honorees can be found on our website. They're impressive people. Tonight, we have the great honor and pleasure of recognizing Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert, Judy Woodruff, the longtime anchor and managing editor of PBS Newshour, Eugene Robinson, Washington Post columnist and editor, and Bill Heyman, CEO of Heyman Associates. The Arthur W. Page Center was created by the late Larry Foster and his wife Ellen, both Penn State graduates. Unfortunately, we lost Larry several years ago, but Ellen and her family are with us tonight, and I want to say hello and sincere thanks. Larry began his career as a journalist, but then became the longtime Chief Public Relations Officer at Johnson & Johnson. We again honor his legacy tonight as we seek to fulfill his vision. And his vision was that all those engaged in communication with the public, notably journalists, public relations people, business executives, and public service leaders and politicians, shared a responsibility to the truth and fact-based reporting in their communications with the public. Larry and Ellen endowed the center along with their contributions from their friends and associates. Although we share the same namesake in Arthur W. Page, I want to point out that the center is a totally separate organization from PAGE, which is the Arthur W. Page Society. The center operates independently, as Marie and Denise Bortry, our director, will explain in a few moments. But in order to provide firm links to facilitate the exchange of information between the Academic Research Center and professionals in public communications, Larry called for the establishment of an outside advisory board. Our advisory board is terrific. There are 15 of us. I want to name them for you because they are very impressive people. Roger Bolton, following a long career in communications, including Chief Communications Officer for Aetna, is now the president of the Page Society. Sandra Clark is Vice President for News and Civic Dialogue at WHYY in Philadelphia. Suki Dardarian is Senior Managing Editor and Vice President of the Minneapolis Star-Tribune and certainly had her hands full this year with the George Floyd incident. Ellen Fisher is Senior Vice President of Public Relations and Social Media for the Ad Council. Amer Hines is a board director of Tupperware and is immediate past board chair at Page. Marie Harden is Dean of the Belisario College. Merrill McDonald is CEO of Gegg & McDonald. Bill Margaritis is former Chief Communications Officer of FedEx, and he's now a business consultant and investor. Tom Martin, Executive in Residence at the College of Charleston and former VP of Communications at ITT and FedEx. John Nichols is Emeritus Professor of Communications at the Belisario College of Communications at Penn State and also former Associate Dean of the college. John Onoda is a communications consultant and former communications leader at Charles Schwab, Visa, and General Motors. Gary Sheffer, following his post of Chief Communications Officer at GE, he is now the Sandra R. Frazier Professor of Public Relations at Boston University. Charlene Wheelis, Senior Advisor for Equity and Justice at APCO Worldwide. She's an author and current chair of PAGE. Denise Bortry, Director of the Page Center and Associate Dean of the Belisario College of Communications at Penn State. I think you can see that with the breadth and depth of experience of these people, our board provides crucial links between the Page Center and professionals engaged in public communication. And I want to thank all of you for your dedication to the Page Center. It's now my great pleasure to welcome Marie Harden, and I must tell you, Marie's drive, energy, commitment, and dedication to the Page Center give it and all of us our life and vitality. Marie?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Bill. I want everyone watching to know how fortunate the Page Center is to have someone of Bill Nielsen's accomplishment and reputation leading its advisory board. He is passionate about our purpose, and he is cognizant of the center's important role in the Donald P. Belisario College of Communications. And I want to thank all of you for joining us. We've experienced a lot of screen time this past year, but I'm happy to welcome students and faculty from more than 70 colleges and professionals from more than 100 organizations who registered for tonight's event. You know, in the Belisario College, our mission is to prepare graduates to take their place as active, critical, ethical, and engaged participants, and ultimately leaders in communications professions and in society. You know, this mission goes beyond our classrooms. We also seek to promote the ethical, responsible use of media and messages by individuals, organizations, and government. We do that through the work of a diverse and far-reaching group of programs that include media studies, journalism, sports industries, telecommunications, and advocacy. But perhaps no enterprise in the Belisario College fulfills our mission more completely than the Arthur W. Page Center. The Page Center was created in 2004 by public relations legend and our great 1948 alumnus, Larry Foster. Larry would be proud to see the Page Center's vast network of expertise and its unwavering commitment to integrity. He would also marvel at the center's ability to reach students, educators, professionals, and the public through its mission. The driving forces of the Page Center, though, are its research scholars, many who are watching tonight. To those scholars, thank you for your innovative and timely work. You can all learn more about the research our scholars do on our blog at thepagecenter.org. To all of you at home, please stay connected with us, and you can start tonight. Join students in a live conversation on Twitter. Our faculty member, Stephanie Madden, joined by Page Center intern Elisa DeLuca and advisory board member and alumna Ellen Fisher, will be leading the conversation along with the Penn State PRSSA chapter and others around the country. Join in at #PageCenterAwards. Or talk to other attendees from around the world in our live chat room here on the screen. Tell us where you're from and what public communications topics are on your mind. Let's watch a video on what the Page Center is all about and then get to meeting our honorees. But first, I want to acknowledge the people who were instrumental in putting together this event. Thank you again to the distinguished members of the Page Center Advisory Board for their help tonight and throughout the year. And tonight's event would not happen without Jonathan McVeary, who managed this event and coordinates all the communication for the center. And finally, I'd especially like to recognize Denise Bortry, who has been director since 2014. Many of you who are watching this know Denise and admire her as I do. Her leadership has been transformative as she's elevated the center's impact and placed it at a position of national prominence. Thank you, Denise. Well, we have a great event tonight. This year's honorees will educate you, inspire you, and get you thinking about what integrity means in a noisy world with lots of voices. We will hear from the voices who have built long careers on accountability, integrity, and the truth. Let's watch a video to learn a little more about the Page Center.